I can't pinpoint it, but I'd probably say sometime around 12 or 13. I think it was a TV commercial of the Marine Corps, and that kind of is what drove me towards it. So at that point, I kind of knew the military is what I wanted to do. So I went to boot camp in 2013. It was during grass week. We were marching to the chow hall, and I just collapsed in the middle of the road. I got rushed to the hospital in an ambulance. I got put in a room, and I was in the hospital for about a week with pneumonia. Almost every day I was getting evaluated medically. I got cleared for pneumonia, and then I went to go run an exit PFT to go back to training, and I couldn't run it. So I went back to medical again. I had pneumonia again, and then I was discharged for asthma. I remember speaking to my drill instructor before I left. I actually saw him in the receiving building, and I told him, I said, I'll be back. The process was long. I had to wait 6 months at least until I could talk to a recruiter about re-enlisting. Once that time was up, I would say probably about a year later is when I started talking to them. At the same time, I had a daughter, so going through that as well, I wasn't always necessarily focused on the Marine Corps at that time, but I was still working on it. 2 years ago, I got in touch with a run recruiter that picked up my paperwork and started pushing it through. Getting a spirometry test done and methacholine challenge test done for my lungs to prove I don't have asthma. I had to do all that and get that paperwork to them. MEPS had to look it over. So it was a long process, and honestly, I wouldn't be here without the recruiter I have now. I felt good. I knew, and I still know, it's gonna be a long process. So stepping on the yellow footprints, all that was going on in my head was like, let's just get this done. A lot of recruits here ask me why I came back. My answer was always, I think I am meant to be here. As cliche as that sounds, the discipline and the high standards the Marine Corps has, that's something I wanted to strive to have, just how the Marines conduct and carry themselves, and that's something I wanted to be a part of and thought I could benefit from.